Hi USC, so my name is Mackenzie and this is my lovely model Laurel. So today I just wanted to give you guys some quick makeup tips for your charity ball coming up on Saturday. So what I'm going to do first to start is I'm going to actually grab one of my makeup wipes here over the entire skin just to make sure there's no makeup left on it. So next I'm going to be taking some shadow primer. Concealer will also work for this, and I'm going to be prepping the eyes. This is going to make sure that anytime that you're dancing throughout the night, your eyeshadow isn't melting away and it's really staying exactly where you're going to be placing it at the beginning of the night. So next I'm going to pick up an eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to be picking up a light colored shadow and setting the primer that I put down. You can use any sort of translucent powder. This just makes sure that the shadows are going to go on nice and smooth. Then I'm going to pick up a fluffy blending brush, just looks like that. And I'm going to start working the first color in, always making sure to tap off any excess so that we don't have too much fallout on the face. Next I'm picking up a slightly brown shade and just adding that in. The mix of the different colors will create that dimension. I'm just going back and forth over the crease of the eye. An easy way to find the crease of your eye is just to grab the end of your brush and kind of roll it up the eye until you feel the little bone. Next, I'm going to be picking up another fluffy brush, this one's slightly shorter and a little bit more dense. And I'm going to be picking up a darker purpley shade with a little bit of sparkle in it. And I'm just going to place this on the outer part of the eye. And then taking the first brush that you went in with, you're just going to go over that dark shadow and blend it towards the center of the eye. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up a light shimmery shadow. Any one you have at home is going to work for this. Most shadow palettes will come with at least one of these. I'm just going to start by working this in the center, or sorry, the beginning of the eye, and then lightly brushing it out towards the darker color on the outer part. So what I'm doing now is picking up the original color we went in with, that nice purple, and just going back and forth in the crease again, just where we put the shimmery shadows. Blending is a big part of any eyeshadow look. We want to make sure that the colors are all coming together. You can add a little bit of glitter and just lightly placing that over the lid, but more towards the center of the eye. So next I'm going to be picking up the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara and just going in and putting a light coating on the lashes of this. Doing this so that I'm not getting any mascara on the shadow. I know some of you might be wondering why I chose to do the eyes before I did the complexion. The reason for that is that it just makes it easier in the long run, whether you have fallout from your shadow, depending on what kind of look you're going for, then you don't have to clean it up and you're just skipping an extra step there. So what I'm going to do first is prime the whole face. I'm going to be using a Caudalie moisturizer actually as a primer, just because in the winter a lot of people tend to dry up, so moisturizer can work as a primer for you. So next I'm just going to be picking up her foundation and go in with a small buffing brush. Anything I have at home, a stippling brush, a beauty blender, any sort of sponge at home will definitely work for this as well. Making sure with the foundation to bring it all the way down to our neck. So next I'm going to be going in with some concealer. I'm just using this under the eyes and on the center of the chin and the forehead to balance everything out. A little tip with this, we don't want to be going too light with the concealer because that can actually enhance any dark under eye circles. We just want to be going about 1 or 2 shades lighter than our foundation. So I'm going to be using my finger just to blend this in under the eyes. I just like to use my finger because the body warmth can actually help blend this out really nicely. Making sure if you are using your fingers to pat this in under your eyes, using your ring finger, this is going to be the least amount of pressure on the under eye area. So next I'm going to be going in and setting the entire face, starting with the under eyes and then moving on. You're going to make sure that you want to do this after you do any sort of liquids or creams, so any foundation, concealer, or cream highlight or cream blush, just because if you put a cream on top of a powder, it's going to slide around on you, which we definitely don't want. So I'm just picking up a translucent powder and just setting the under eyes where I put down that concealer. Then I'm just picking up a colored powder and just setting the entire face with that. So what I'm going to be doing next is going in and contouring the face. This is a really big trend right now just because it helps get that really sculpted appearance that everyone is going for. So taking that, I'm just going to be applying that on the cheekbones and the corners of the forehead to balance everything out. What I'm going to do is start from the top of the ear, going all the way down towards the corner of the mouth, stopping at the edge of the eye. So we're just going to do a very nice natural little shadow and then blending that line upwards to keep that nice lifted look. So next I'm going to be going in with a bronzer. A bronzer is different from contour in a couple different ways. It's a more warm shade, so basically what it's going to do is add a little bit more warmth to your face, like you were just laying out in the sun all day. So starting at the top of the forehead, and just be working that in circular motions all around the outsides of the face. A tip for the bronzer as well is to do a 3 shape on the face. So we're going to start and then bring it down and bring it down. So next I'm going to be going in with probably my favorite part, which is highlighting. So highlighting is just going to touch on the upper part of, I kind of described it as a C around the eye, and it just reflects where the natural light would hit. So just taking and lightly applying the highlight on the tops of the cheekbones and then a little C around the eye. And the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to add a little bit to the tip of the nose, pressing it in with my finger, and a little bit to the chin. Next, I'm going to be picking up the blush and just slowly pressing that in, very lightly, right over where we did the contour and then the highlight, right in between. Just pressing it in nice and lightly to make sure that's not moving around any of the product that we already put on. As a final step for complexion, I just like to pick up that nice fluffy brush that we went in for the all-over face powder and just go over where we did everything so it all blends nicely together. So next I'm going to be moving on to brows. So the look I want to go for this, since we did do a more of a simple look with the rest of the face, is just a very light polished brow, nothing too structured, nothing too Instagram brow-like. So what I'm going to do is just lightly brush this through her natural brow hairs, not defining a shape too harshly, but just kind of filling in any sparse areas. In very light strokes. This is going to most mimic a natural hair. When doing your brows, making sure that you're stepping back so you can get a look at them together in your mirror at home. Remember that brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins. Add a little bit of highlight right in the inner corner and just right under the brows. So to finish up the look, I am going to go in with a lipstick. I do recommend using an actual lipstick, not a liquid lip, or you can use a lip gloss as well. This will just make it easier to reapply during the night, and so that's not getting too patchy or cakey on us. So I'm just going to be using a really nice light pink just to kind of complete this look. So just applying this all over the lips. And again, to get that light look, just pressing the lipstick in rather than rubbing it. And put your lips together. Awesome, so here we have the finished look. So I went for a nice purple smoky eye with some glitter added in and a lovely glowy complexion to really give you that beautiful look. And then yeah, you have it. You're all set for your charity ball on Saturday. Have fun, guys.